Hi guys, it's Joss from gak.co.uk here. We are with the chaps from We Deny. On my left I have
Sean.
And on my right I have
Ryan.
Awesome. So you guys actually had already played today, hadn't you? How was it for you?
It was really good. Yeah, it was amazing. It's a great experience to be on.
And what about you?
Yeah, bigger stage, bigger space, bigger sound. It was wicked. It was really good.
Fantastic. So let's get into the first question. I dragged you boys up here for an interview to talk about your guitars. So let's start with the left this time. So what have you got in your hands with you here?
I've got PRS Mira X.
Okay.
I always loved PRS guitars. They're absolutely gorgeous, and I've always wanted one. And when I wanted to get one, I wanted something lightweight, sort of really pretty to look at as well, and it's played nice. And I played one at St Anthony Guitar Store quite a while ago, and then I really liked it, and I wanted one in white, and I couldn't find one anywhere, so I ended up getting this shipped from Canada.
Oh, okay.
So it cost me quite a bit, but I absolutely adore it. It's my pride and joy.
So is this your number one guitar? This is your
Yes,
main?
Definitely.
Have you changed anything about it? Is it completely stock, or have you done any mods, any specification changes?
I haven't yet, but I want to get some new pickups for it.
Anything in mind?
Not as of yet. It's when I got the money to spare to do that.
Okay.
But I had the money spare, but then I bought another guitar.
All right.
So.
Standard.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the running thing with today, obviously we'll get to you in a second, but the running thing today has been EMGs. Every single guitar player we have gone for today has been using EMGs. Yeah. So, obviously, you're a passive guy from what I've seen with the PRS. Yeah. Is there a specific company that if you had the cash now, you'd go, right, I'm buying those pickups?
Probably some nice EMGs.
Yeah?
Yeah, I reckon so.
So you're going to go active as well, are you?
Yeah, definitely. I think active is the thing I want to do in the future.
Cool.
But for now, I was more focusing on the rest of the sound, like my pedals and everything, with my budget I had.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, for future, I think I definitely want to upgrade these pickups. I think the PRS X on this pickups are just not that great. I think they could be a lot better. The other PRS guitars have got a lot better pickups. So.
Okay. Sweet. Well, that's a fine-looking piece of kit you got there. So let's move to the right-hand side. So what we have here is a
Schecter Hellraiser C-1.
Awesome. So talk us through the specifications of this model.
It's all mahogany body and neck, and then it's got a rosewood fingerboard, and then it's got EMG 81 and 85, I think it is, and they're both tone.
So you can coil tap those?
Can coil tap these two, yeah.
What do you think in terms of, like, because they're such an aggressive pickup, when you coil tap them, what is the single coil sort of clarity like for them?
It's okay. Obviously it doesn't compare to a real single coil pickup, like a passive single coil pickup, but it does an okay job. It's all right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So what was the reason for your choice on this? Because I know for a fact that when it comes to Schecter, there isn't a lot of left-handed models actually available. So I know that they have obviously the Hellraiser, the C1, more of the standard Super Strat shapes, but anything else is a little bit harder to come by. So what was your reason for choosing Schecter guitars?
I'm not really sure. It's just an amazing guitar. Like when I played it first, it just felt amazing to play, and then it's still one of my favourite guitars to play that I own.
So this is your number one for you playing in your band?
Yeah, it's number one for playing in my band, but yeah.
Awesome. Fantastic. It's a beautiful quilt maple top on there.
It is. It's stunning. It's a really nice red, and it showed up really nice in the sun today.
I was just taking some photos of you guys while you were playing live, and the guitar looks absolutely beautiful. So let's move back over to the left-hand side. So we're going to talk about your amplification. Yes. So what amplifier are you using at the moment for your band?
Got a PV 5150.
5150.
Yeah.
Just using that as standard, or are you putting anything in the front end like most people seem to do?
Well, I've really only got an overdrive and a noise suppressor.
Okay.
And a tuner. That's literally it.
Is the overdrive on all the time?
Yes.
Yes.
Throughout the whole set, my sound's pretty much the same. I think there's only one song that actually changes.
Okay.
So it mainly stays on overdrive, yeah.
Cool. So the 5150 is the PV 5150, as you said. Yeah. That is predominantly like a metal masterpiece for people. I mean, since day one when it comes to metal, people have been using the 5150 and putting like an overdrive in the front end, like you do. So what was your choice? Because I know you guys aren't like metal. So what was your choice with choosing the 5150?
I think this is probably Ryan's influence here. He's very much a metal guy in a pop punk band, and like when he came in, we wrote the album. We wanted to make it like pop punk, but metal music. Okay. So like it's like a heavier version of pop punk, and I think P5150 does bring that out really well. Yeah. Since I've had it, it's sounded so good.
That's very cool to hear, because I'm in a pop punk band, a heavier side of pop punk band, and I use an EVH 5153.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that is awesome because it's got the 3 channels. It's like having the channel on a 5150 but with an overdrive with the red channel, you know. It's super, super high gain. So that's a good thing to hear that you're using a 5150 for that style of music, seeing as it's something that I do as well. Yeah. Awesome. And what about you, sir? What are you using for your amplification?
I'm actually using an XFX2 XL.
First gentleman today to be using an XFX XL. That's very cool. What do you think of it?
It's unbelievable. Like, it's an incredible piece of gear. Like, it's speechless.
So were you using it in? Were you using a preamp with it, or were you going front of house?
I just go straight to front of house.
So you weren't going through any cabs or anything?
No, it's just a cab sim on the XFX that I go for, yeah.
Because I've got a Kemper profiling amp, which I use live along with my EVH 5150. Okay. So did you ever try anything other than the XFX? Did you try the Kemper?
I haven't tried the Kemper, but I know how good piece of gear it is. But I just decided to go for the XFX, because I do a lot of like recording and things at home, and obviously being in a pop punk band, but I write a lot of metal and things at home, so I want that tone variation and things, so I just decided to go straight for the XFX. That's
very, very cool to hear. It's the first person of the day that's not using. So in terms of just digital amplification, if people don't know, XFX is the same as a Kemper profiling amp. It's essentially a full digital piece of equipment that you can either run into a cab with a preamp, or you can go direct, which this gentleman does here. So in terms of dynamics, clarity of sound, because I know bands like Periphery and all that sort of like the heavier gent sound go for the XFX side of things. So in terms of like clarity and realism is what I'm trying to explain. What do you think of it?
Over the years, it's just got unbelievably close to like the real sound. Like recording live at home, like recording at home with the XFX, it's so close to real like dynamics. And even if you like roll off the volume knob on, like,
it cleans up.
Like with passive pickups, it just cleans up, and the dynamics is still there, and it just. Yeah, it's just incredible. Like the pick attack is all like perfect.
Very cool. So have you upgraded to the new Quantum firmware at all?
I'm yet to do that actually. It came out during the week I've been away, so I'm yet to go home and actually set it up on my computer and go to Quantum. So I'm still on firmware 19.
Oh, okay, cool. Which is still absolutely incredible. So yeah. That was one of the main things, because we sell the Kemper profiling amps at the store, and every single person that's ever tried them has gone completely crazy for them. And seeing as I used to have an XFX, but now I own a Kemper, it was kind of like, you know, a weird transition between like the dynamics and the realism of the amplifiers. But cool. So let's move on to the last question. We're talking desert island guitars here, gentlemen. So we're talking not the pieces that you own, but we're talking about things that you would love to own, like the dream guitar. So if you could pick one dream guitar, so you walked into GAC and we said to you guys, you can have any guitar off the wall, like literally pick one. What would your choice of guitar be?
I've always wanted one, but like a Gibson Les Paul Double-Cutaway. I've always loved the shape of Double-Cutaway guitars, you can see. And the Gibson's always had a good name for itself. And I've always liked it. I'm not a huge fan of Les Pauls themselves, but the Double-Cutaway looks really nice. I remember growing up watching Green Day, Billy Joe's Double-Cutaway, the yellow one.
The Junior.
Yeah, and I remember seeing that thing. I always wanted it.
It's a very punk guitar.
Yeah, and I think one day that'll be on my wall. So
fantastic. In the yellow? TV yellow?
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome. And what about you, sir? What would be your desert island guitar, the one guitar that you couldn't live without and that is your dream guitar? You come into GAC, you come up to me and you say, Joss, I want a guitar, and I say, pick whatever you want, and then you pick it. What would it be?
I'd probably go custom shop and go into something like maybe even PRS custom shop, that their background.
The private stock
stuff. There's unbelievable like craftsmanship in them, or even something like a Mayonnaise or something like that. Cool. Those guitars are just beautiful.
I know that Tom from Architects has recently started playing those guitars, and they're very, very cool guitars. Well, sound. Well, gents, thank you so much for coming and doing an interview with us today. I hope you enjoyed your set. So, yeah, cheers, guys. Thank you very much.